Hello and welcome again to this Come to Jesus Daily devotional. I trust you are well. Today we continue in our series in Ephesians, and today's devotional is entitled He Chose Us. And I'm going to be posting every day this week, and if you find these helpful, please do subscribe and share these with others. Let's read from Ephesians 1 verse 4. For he chose us in him before the creation of the world, to be holy and blameless in his sight. Let's begin by asking ourselves this question. Why am I a Christian? Why do I believe in Jesus? How is it that I've come to this place where I now worship Jesus? Now, our journey to faith is different in every case, isn't it? But at some point, you put your faith in Jesus. Now, why is that the case? Now, we may point to our parents. We may point to our youth group, our youth leader, our children's workers. We may point to someone who spoke to us at work, in the street, a neighbour, a friend. Somehow, you were led to faith. You came to believe on the Lord Jesus Christ. Now, why is that the case? Now, we can, of course, look at these many people that God uses. And God uses people like you and me to help others. And he commissions us, doesn't he, to go on mission and make disciples and teach and help them. And we're to do all we can. But ultimately, the reason why you and I are Christians is because God chose us. God worked in us by the Spirit. God brought us to life from death so that we had our eyes opened, so that we could see the wisdom of God in the cross of Christ. Paul, of all people, was filled with wonder at being a Christian. Of all people, as we can read in Ephesians, he's overflowing with praise because of all people, God chose him. God opened his eyes, literally, right? We see that, knocked off the horse, blinded, but then his eyes are opened and he comes to believe in Jesus. And we read of these words. God commissions Ananias to go and speak to Paul. And these are the words in Acts 9, verse 15, that are spoken over Paul. Go, this man is my chosen instrument. Chosen instrument. That's those words. Chosen instrument. To proclaim my name to the Gentiles and to their kings and to the people of Israel. It's interesting to note, isn't it? Paul was not seeking Christ. Paul was going to Damascus to persecute the church. God knocked him off his horse, and that's all of our story. Now, it may not be as dramatic as that, I appreciate, but we've all been knocked off our horse by the blinding light of Christ. He's come into our lives by his grace. And it's a form of spiritual resurrection. That's why we're Christians. It's a bit like Lazarus. When Jesus spoke the words, Lazarus come out, likewise, God has spoken to us. Your name, come out of the tomb. And we read about this spiritual resurrection in Ephesians 2, 3-5. Like the rest, we were by nature objects of wrath. But because of his great love for us, God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive with Christ, even when we were dead in transgressions. It is by grace you have been saved. So in response, are we overflowing with gratitude that God has chosen us? And do we understand he chose us not because we were good, but like Paul, we were going to Damascus. We were walking away from God. We all, like sheep, had gone astray. We'd turned to our own way, but God knocked us off our horse. Do we understand that he's chosen us? Not because we were good, but because he is merciful. Do we understand that our salvation glorifies his grace? As we read in Ephesians 1:4, for he, to the praise of his glorious grace, which he has freely given us in the one he loves. Let's praise his glorious grace for choosing us. God bless you.